I met Ed about 7 years ago when he was over drinking with my husband's family. I was the only one who was not drinking, so I had the lovely opportunity to drive drunk Ed to McDonald's to get everybody food. I remember this was the first time we met and I had a camo t-shirt on. He probably doesn't remember it. But he looked at me and he goes, "Man, you wear camo? You're like cool." And he sat there for a second and looked out the window and he looked back at me and he's like, "You got a sister?" And I remember in the back of my head, I was laughing, but I was like, man, there ain't nobody that cool that's gonna put up with your ass. Then came along KaCee, in her Nike shorts, in her muck boots, with her 6-month plan. Some think maybe she should have bought Ed a lawnmower in those first 6 months. But I think that option number 2 was the best thing that ever happened to you two.
So Ed and I are cousins, if you guys didn't know, because it took me about 22 years to figure out that we are cousins. So Ed and I have grown together in the last 15, 20 years. From the time I turned 30 years old was really the time I met Ed. He's worked with me side by side. So look, I watched him go from a boy to a man to a provider to a father.
I am so proud of how far you both have come. I know that the girl that I met a few years ago was pretty cool, but I can say that it has been an honor to watch you grow as a person, a mother, and now I can't wait to watch you grow as a wife.
So these two have done a great job at raising a little crazy blonde-headed girl that my boys enjoy so much. And we wouldn't know what to do without all 3 of you in our lives. So thank you. Thank you all, and thank them.
You two have had your days, and tomorrow he will still annoy the hell out of you, I promise. There is a good chance you wake up tomorrow with utensils banging on pans, and Bella will be right there beside him just cheering him along. But I can tell you that you guys have conquered an awful lot so far. And I'm so proud of how far each of you have come and how far your love has grown. I look forward to everything that your future holds. So if you guys can please join me and raise your glasses for the first time, Mr. and Miss Ed Floyd.
was an ordinary day. Then she walked in and looked my way. With just a glance, yeah, I was sold. My head in disarray. How are you? How's your night been going? I said, I'm not that type of guy, you know. But why don't we talk? Yeah, let me buy you a drink. And then she kissed my face, yeah. I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive. I'm running, yeah, you've done it. I'm running so fast, you love it. I hope this day it never ends now. The pretty face has got me in overdrive. After she had me in her grips, then she let go and tossed me in, just like a shirt into the wash. We'll never know what could have been. I want another chance to prove that I could be the one for you. How could you make me feel so good and then do those evil things you do now? I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive.